Hello and welcome to Ula Tea Leaf Readings. This is Lenore and today I'm going to be reading your tea leaves. This is a reading for Gemini. So if you are a Gemini in the position of Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Rising, I said that different so I got mixed up what I was saying. Sun, Moon, Solar, Lunar, Ascendant, Rising. If you are in those placements with Gemini, then this is a message for you. I want to thank you for stopping by, clicking on the video, and let's just go ahead and get started here. I'm going to turn the cup 3 times counterclockwise, stop at the heart, tap 3 times, and lift and see what the leaves have for us. Okay, let me get my little stick here. All right. So immediately, I am seeing a person here. They look like they're wearing maybe a long jacket or a dress. It looks like they're holding something, maybe a wand, maybe a stick, maybe a chopstick they use as a pointer. It looks like, what are they looking at? Let's look up here. Oh, this is pretty. This looks like a butterfly right here. Okay. And it looks like maybe it's landing on some kind of flower. Okay, so what does that mean? Let's start with the butterfly. That's the easier one. Here in the middle of the circle, this one is going to have to do with the person I am reading for. So Gemini, this is you. The butterfly, it seems like you're probably in a transformative period. It looks like you are gaining a lot of knowledge, wisdom, sustenance through, you know, whatever self-work you've been doing. I think that this really is a beautiful indicator that you have been through a lot, but you're getting to that good place, that sweet spot where you're really just feeling like your wings are out and you are flying. I also, with this image of the butterfly kind of feeding here, I think that, you know, it's just another beautiful sign that you just have a lot going on for you. There's a lot of abundance in your life. You're doing well and you're thriving, okay? I also think that this person here kind of gazing up at you, I think that that is probably somebody that really just is in awe of this growth that you have undertaken. I think you probably have just been glowing, just a beautiful creature, and you know, people are just really enamored with you. Okay, so this could be somebody that's already been in your life. This could be somebody that is coming into your life. I see that you are kind of facing each other. So I think that this might be more of somebody that's a potential romantic partner, or who is your romantic partner and is really just very taken by this new era that you're in. Okay, and I think, you know, watching somebody really transform into, you know, their better and better self and become more self-realized and comfortable in themselves, and, you know, just kind of flourish. That's always such a beautiful thing to witness. And, you know, I think that it really can be a cause for like a very deep and intense attraction, right? There's nothing more attractive than somebody who really now I'm going to say this, but not in the sense that, you know, people say, oh, you care about yourself because you're like getting your nails done and, you know, your hair dyed or, you know, whatever, putting on makeup or, you know, whatever, trimming your beard or whatever it is that you have. That's not what I mean, but somebody who cares to cultivate themselves and heal themselves of old things and, you know, just become a more and more evolved being. I think there's often nothing more attractive than that. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. I think that's kind of a universal feeling, or we wouldn't be attracted to people that have those kinds of energies, right? So then let's kind of just, so this is a great message starting out. Now, I want to talk about, we're turning this way, and it almost is kind of an interesting little, this little grouping here. Okay, so this is kind of different formations, but they all kind of go together. And it looks like a line of animals kind of chasing each other. And this one in the front looks like, it looks like a big rat, if I'm being honest. With the tail here and kind of the face and the whiskers, and it looks like it's, you know, it has not been starving. So it kind of has this big belly there. And it looks like almost like something like a ram following it. And then this one, I don't really know. Maybe it kind of looked like a dinosaur. I don't know a lot of symbolism about dinosaurs. I don't have a deep relationship with dinosaur symbolism. But could be something like more arcane, outmoded, old kind of thoughts, things that are not useful anymore. Struggling to hang on. But the ram here, let's see. Chasing this rat. And let's see if there's something that they're chasing that we can see. It kind of just looks like, I mean, you know, there are these formations here, but I'm not picking up on what that is exactly. But let's talk about what does a rat symbolize? So, you know, traditionally a rat is somebody that is cunning. You know, obviously we call somebody who tells secrets or kind of narcs on us a rat, or, you know, in general, narcs is a rat. Or, you know, I also like to think, though, of a rat as being a being that is a survivor. They, I mean, they just populate all places, right? They have very organized and vast social networks. They, you know, can survive on very little, can survive on pretty much most things. They're just a really diverse. They live in all kinds of, you know, terrains, different kinds of whatever, landscapes, cityscapes, rural areas. So this is just like a very flexible, enduring creature. And I remember even watching a documentary about how rats will probably someday take over the whole world. So, you know, maybe we shouldn't always be so down on the rats. And in this, honestly, in this formation with these other beings, I don't think that this is like somebody who is telling on you. I don't think, the other thing I honestly think of when I see a rat in these readings is somebody who's gossiping about you. I don't feel like this is that, though. I don't feel like you have somebody within your group who's kind of, you know, talking smack behind your back or anything like that. But I think that this is more an alignment of like qualities of self. And I'm going to go with, this is not necessarily the gossipy stuff. This is like a, you know, a lot with the ram here. That's very much a leader. And this one has a big fluffy chest. It's in kind of a, up on its hind legs, kind of roaring, you know, pulling up. This is another creature that survives just the most brutal environments and really just, you know, I don't know how in some of the cold areas that they live in the mountains and hills that they live in, you know, where it seems like there's little food, and they still get so big and so strong and powerful. So how I would like to look at this is that you just really are a person that is strong, survives. You're very resourceful, not in a grotesque way, not in a sneaky way, but you know, and the other thing about the ram or sheep or goats or any of those kinds of animals is that they are, you know, they have like their little tribes, their little families, but they're also very like kind of skittish and standoffish from outsiders. So I think you're definitely a person that kind of just exists within your own, you exist within your own little kind of world. Maybe you're not necessarily like the most type A person. I think that probably you just kind of like to do things the way that you do them. You don't like to make a big fuss, and you don't like a lot of attention on you. Okay? And but I think that you get what you need, and I think you get what you want, and those are two different things, but I think that you're successful at both. And that's a, you know, that's not a quality that everybody has. I think that also Gemini, your especially solar Geminis are just, you know, well known for being able to be kind of chameleons, maybe more flexible than most other signs. So I think this makes sense to me, you know, that we would see these figures here. Okay. I wanted to go look at this one over here. It's kind of a, let's see if we can get you to, it's a big circle, okay, but I'm going to take this as the apple, okay, because usually in these in these books of tea leaf symbols and stuff, a circle, what would be considered a circle, is more of kind of an emptier circle, and you know, you have more of the outline or whatever. So this looks more like the apple. And I think this also just goes right into that story of abundance and being able to get the things that you want and need. And, you know, the apple is also a symbol of knowledge and just material gain, abundance. And I think that really ties into you know, the other parts of this cup here. Okay. Let's see. Where are we? Kind of going through this one a little faster than I thought I would. But it's such a good cup, it just... And I'm so happy that my last reading was pretty positive too. I see a little flower here. I think that this maybe is going to be related to a romantic gesture that will be coming up. I think Maybe that has to do with this person that we were talking about that's kind of just in awe of this like transformation you've gone through. I think that, you know, it just, maybe this apple, you're the apple of their eye. um, I don't know. I think that whoever you are going to be dating or whoever you're with, whoever you're married to, whatever configuration you're in right now, I think it's just, there's a lot of really like amorous love vibes coming up. And just in the most respectful and like, I don't know, just like beautiful like admiration and you know, it just seems like a really nice, I get this like essence of a very nice relationship, you know, like the kinds of vibes that we all strive for in our relationships, where we all hope to be, you know, like when you see people who have been together for like, you know, 50 years or whatever, and they still just are like so in love and like totally affectionate and like, you know, talk each other up and, you know, and you can tell like, yeah, they've had their seasons of their relationship, and who doesn't, you know, we all go through big life changes and hardships, and, you know, you grow as people, as individuals within your relationship, and hopefully can grow, you know, tighter together with your partner. And so when you see people that are older like that and have been together, and there's still so much in love, it's just like, I mean, it's like infectious. You just like love that kind of enduring love is, you know, and I feel like there's a part of that. I don't know how old you are or how long you have or will be with your significant other, but I think that because of the self-work that you have done and this this kind of transformation you've undergone, like you have been working on loving yourself in a way that leads people to show you love, to love you how you want to be loved, right? So like you're a great example to other people of how you want to be treated. And that's, you know, an amazing and very mature kind of way to exist. We don't all have that realization, or even if we do, like the ability to pull it off, right? To have a healthy relationship with ourselves that pours over into how we have relationships with other people. So I think that's definitely kind of where you are at, or you're like headed into. Okay. Let's see. Seeing like a little puppy. Okay. It's a little puppy. I think that really, I think it really ties into that kind of love that it's almost like kind of a puppyish love. There's like an innocence, just, I think that is wrapped into that awe. You know, I think that your person is just wants to really be physically connected with you, cuddly. I think that there's a lot of just cuteness going on. And I think that's gonna, you know, that's, if that's what you like, I think that's going to continue. I think though that you also, you know, even though I'm talking about all this love and stuff, I think that you're also very like focused on your own your own path right now as well. And I'm just seeing that, you know, there's this grouping of a connection, but I also see kind of, it's this kind of like earthen kind of creature, but also like an air kind of bird. And I think that's more like kind of you probably. And I see this kind of scattering of goals and interests, priorities as well. And I think that you're just very much learning to balance those two things. I think, you know, as a Gemini, you're all about balancing stuff. Your whole life is about that. And that is a focus for you. And I think that, you know, this is no different. I think that you're just really, you know, grinding hard and working on yourself, and it's really creating this like more this like connection with your person that seems great. And you know, I don't see a lot about them. I don't know what they're up to. I don't know what kind of person they are really. I don't know if they're also doing the self-work, but it seems like you're fairly receptive to what's going on. I think that you also are just like very self-motivated and very like interested in, you know, the things that you're doing as well. So I don't think that this is going to be a case of it kind of being too distracting for you, which is good. I think that you're going to stay the course and you're going to keep doing what you need to do, and not getting too wrapped up in just that relationship stuff. Okay, I think that you're very adapted at, you know, doing different things in different spheres of your life, and it all kind of like working out and flowing into each other evenly. So, yeah, I think that's really the message I have for you today, Gemini, and it's a fun one. It's a good one. A few messages ago, for some of the other signs, I was just getting some kind of like really tough ones, like one after another. And, you know, it just, I don't know. I start to feel bad that I'm always doom and gloom with them. So I'm glad that this message and my last message to Taurus was a little more, you know, positive, so to speak. So I'm so happy to have you. Thank you for watching the video. I'm so honored to share these messages with you. Please like, subscribe, leave a comment. I want to hear from you. How are you doing? What have you been up to? What's resonating with you? Keep me updated on if you've been watching all of your signs. What's the story like for you? Let's see, what else? Oh, you can find me on Facebook, Ula Tea Leaf Readings. You can find me on Instagram, Ula of the Tea. If you are interested in a private reading, please go and look at the description. There is a email there, and you can get a hold of me, and we'll set that up. And what else? Yeah, I think that's it. I just, you know, I'm so happy to share this time with you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope you have a most wonderful morning, day, evening, whenever you're watching this. Please come back. This is Ula Tea Leaf Readings. My name is Lenore. Thank you.